We are going to continue in this video on guided practice question number 2. So starting off with reading the question again, which statement uses the model to describe how kelp contributes to a reduction of carbon entering the atmosphere? Let's start looking for those task words. So it's telling me to use the model. So again, I have to use this guy over here. And then I have like some key vocabulary. A question clue is asking about the reduction of carbon entering the atmosphere. I mean, when we are reducing something, that means we are taking it down. So why is it getting lower as it enters the atmosphere? Little brain fart. Continuing with step number 2, let's read them. We're gonna quickly restate what each question is saying. So that way we can think, okay, do we agree or do we disagree with it? And we already had a great chance of familiarizing ourselves with the model in the previous one. So we don't have to do as a deep thinking, right? Kelp produces carbon as it grows within the hydrosphere. Okay, so we know kelp is a plant. So I'm just going to put over here to plant. So that means they do photosynthesis. So I'm just going to kind of keep that in mind. I'll drop that over here. Next choice, some of the carbon stored in the dead kelp is trapped in the geosphere of the seafloor. And we know that geosphere means like soil, rocks, etc. Kelp produces carbon as it sinks into the hydrosphere. And we know that hydrosphere means water. Kelp are in the hydrosphere. Okay, next one. Some of the carbon stored in the kelp is added to the geosphere through cell respiration. So this question is basically saying that carbon is added to rocks using cellular respiration. Is carbon added to rocks in cellular respiration? I'm just going to abbreviate that to make my life a little simpler. Okay, now that we got like the mini notes out the way, let's immediately start eliminating things that we feel is wrong. So immediately, the biggest misconception that jumped out to me that was wrong was question number 4. Question number 4, because it gave us the wrong process. Respiration releases CO2 into the atmosphere, but it does not, carbon is not added to rocks through cellular respiration. That is completely incorrect. So let's cross that one out. The next one that I think I want to cross out is choice number 3. Choice number 3 says kelp produces carbon as it sinks. Now, we know that kelp is a plant and it does photosynthesis. So plants uses carbon dioxide, but they just don't make carbon. So that is incorrect. Plants do not produce carbon. They use carbon dioxide. So then we can start using that same process of elimination to cross out choice number 1 because it comes with the same issue as the previous one. Oopsie. Kelp does not produce carbon. So we just immediately know that's wrong. We don't even have to continue reading the rest of the choice. Now let's double check and make sure that question 2 is actually correct based on the model. Some of the carbon stored in the dead kelp is trapped in the geosphere. So I'm going to look for the dead kelp. I see it over here. And I see it close to the ground, which is the soil and the rocks. I'm going with it. Number 2 is our correct answer, and we triple checked.